Hello, welcome to ResoCoder. Snackbar provides a non-intrusive way to notify a user about something. It can also be used to initiate an action with a clickable button on the Snackbar itself. Snackbar is a really useful and effective material design UI element. By the end of this tutorial, you will know how to create this kind of app. By clicking this button, we can show a snackbar, and over here it has an action called click me. And if I click it, this text is gonna change to snackbar was clicked. Whenever I show a snackbar again, and the snackbar is hidden, this text is gonna change back to placeholder text. Alright, then now let's get to the tutorial. To be able to use a snackbar in our app, we need to add a design support library. So just right click here on References, Manage NuGet Packages, and search for Support Design Library. You also wanna click on this Browse tab, and now search. And as you can see down here, there is xamarin.android.support.design and it's released by Xamarin Incorporated. You wanna just click on install here. And once everything is finished, we are good to go. Now we need to add a button and the text view into our layout. So let's go to Resources, Layout, Main.xml and right click it and we wanna view code. I'm not gonna go over the whole process of creating this Android UI. This video is solely focused on the snackbar. If you wanna learn some basics of creating an Android UI using XML, you can check out my other videos by clicking on the card in the corner. That said, there is still one important thing which I need to show. That is that the root element should always be a coordinator layout. So let's select this linear layout and instead write android.support.design.widget.coordinator layout. Cool, we want to also change the closing tag, and doing this is pretty important. While having coordinator layout as the root element isn't a mandatory thing for the snackbar to work, you will just make your life so much easier and you will also be able to use more material design features. For example, you've probably already seen a floating action button. If you use a coordinator layout, the floating action button will automatically rise up on the screen when the snackbar is shown. If you didn't use a coordinator layout, well, good luck with that animation. So really, whenever you can, just use a coordinator layout. Now, I will finish writing this XML off camera and then I will come back and explain what I did. Alright, so over here we still have a coordinator layout, but we have added an ID to it. This is because we need to find it in our code. Then the rest of this UI is absolutely up to you. In this tutorial we will have a button and a text view which you were able to see in the quick demo on the beginning of this tutorial. This is the button, it just says show snackbar and it has some properties and an ID button show snackbar, and the text view has an ID action text. It also says placeholder text by default. Again, if you want to learn the basics of making an Android UI, check out my tutorial by clicking on the card. Now, in order to be able to use this snackbar and this coordinator layout properly, we need to apply an app compat theme to the whole app. So let's click on Properties, double click on Android Manifest, and here we want to write Android:theme, and this will be equal to add_theme.appcompat. Alright, then this is all we need to do with Android Manifest. Now let's get to the core of this tutorial and let's code the snackbar itself. We need to go to MainActivity.cs. It should derive from appcompat activity. We are currently not using the proper namespace, so just control dot, and after hitting enter it's gonna add the proper namespace for us automatically. Now we need to have a reference to our coordinator layout. So let's create a variable of type coordinator layout, and again we want to be using the proper namespace, and this is going to be called root view. We also want to have a text view called action text. Now inside the onCreate method, we want to set the root view to be equal to findViewById, the generic type is coordinator layout, and the ID is located at resource.id.rootView. We also want to set action text to be equal to findViewById of type textView, and the ID is resource.id.actionText. Alright, and now we want to find the button, so findViewById, button, the ID is resource.id.btn, show snackbar, and on the click event, we want to call this anonymous method. It's going to accept two parameters, sender of type object and E of type event args. And we are gonna utilize a lambda here. Always put a semicolon at the end. And inside here we wanna snackbar dot make. The view should be the root view. Text will be I'm a snackbar. And for duration we are gonna write snackbar dot length long. We also wanna set an action, so dot set action. This is gonna create the clickable button on the snackbar. And the text is gonna be click me. And for the action, we are gonna again utilize an anonymous method. So v equal and greater sign for lambda. This is actually gonna be only a lambda expression. This means we don't need to put any curly braces over here. And we just wanna write action text dot text is equal to snackbar was clicked. And now we just wanna show the snackbar. Cool stuff. So now let's run this app on an emulator. And this looks a lot like the demo from the beginning of this tutorial. But now when we click on show snackbar and click on click me, snackbar was clicked. But when we show snackbar again and we hide it, this text is not changing. If we want to change this behavior, we need to be using a snackbar callback. So let's get to the code and add it. Let's delete this snackbar.show and let's put this whole thing into a variable. So var snackbar. Alright, and now we want to call a method on this snackbar variable, and the name of the method is addCallback. And we need to supply an argument of type base transient bottom bar dot base callback. Now I am gonna say something which I really hate saying. Java is just better in this regard. Probably Kotlin can do this as well, but I just don't know about that. In Java, the concept of anonymous classes is absolutely awesome. In C#, however, that is not the case. So we cannot just create a class on the fly and put it inside these parentheses. We need to create a normal class, like this MainActivity for example. So let's do it right now. So class, my snackbar callback, it's gonna derive from snackbar dot callback, and it's gonna have one method, public override void, onDismissed, which accepts a snackbar and also an int event. And here we wanna write if event doesn't equal dismiss event action. We wanna set action text dot text to be equal to placeholder text. This is gonna effectively reset the text. But we have a problem. We cannot access action text. The simplest way around this is to go back up. We wanna make this TextView action text static. Oh, and we can also make my snackbar callback class a nested class inside MainActivity. So let's do it right now. We can copy this class, delete it from here, and just paste it inside MainActivity, and we no longer get any errors with the action text here. We can now pass an instance of my snackbar callback as an argument to this method, so new, my snackbar callback, and we also want to call snackbar.show, just as before. And now when we run this app, it's gonna work perfectly fine. So we can show snackbar, click on this action, snackbar was clicked. And now when we again show snackbar and hide the snackbar by ourselves, this text is gonna change to placeholder text. And when we show the snackbar, click on the action again and let the snackbar hide by itself, the text is gonna change again. And why is this if statement here, you ask? Well, if it wasn't here and we click on the action, the text would be replaced with snackbar was clicked, but then it would immediately change to placeholder text. We don't want that. We want to change the text only when the snackbar is not dismissed by action. And that's it for this tutorial. You've just learned how to use the beautiful material design snackbar. It's really simple to use, yet it's so powerful. When you combine it with a coordinator layout and a floating action button, you have a beautiful material UI without any painful coding. Do you want to finally find a good calculator for your Android smartphone? Download OneCalc, the simple scientific calculator made with you in mind. Customize it to your liking, choose from lots of beautiful material themes, and most importantly, save time. Be efficient. Use OneCalc. Get it on Google Play from the link in the description. To get the code from this tutorial, go to the link in the video description, which is gonna take you to resocoder.com. If this tutorial helped you in becoming a better Android developer, please give it a like and also share it. Subscribe to this channel and hit the bell button to make sure you don't miss any of my new videos. If you have anything to say, let me know in a comment. Follow me on social media and see you in the next video.